Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Naranam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Diriye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishki. Continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 20th, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami in the science of the absolute truth. Text 314 onwards. Palanartha Swansha Vishnu Rupe Avatara Sattva Guna Drishta Tate Guna Maya Para. For the maintenance of the universe, Lord Krishna descends as his personal plenary expansion in the form of Vishnu. He is the director of the mode of goodness. Therefore, he is transcendental to the material energy. So Lord Vishnu or Krishna, they are not under this mode of goodness. They are the director. And hence they are transcendental. Swarup Aishwarya Purna Krishna Samapraya Krishna Anshi Teho Ansha Vedehena Gaya. Lord Vishnu is in the category of Swa Ansha because he has opulences almost equal to Krishna's. Krishna is the original person and Lord Vishnu is his personal expansion. This is the verdict of all Vedic literatures. Although an incarnation of the material energy, Lord Brahma is nonetheless the director of the material mode of passion. Similarly, Lord Shiva, although simultaneously one with and different from Lord Krishna, is still the incarnation of the mode of darkness. However, Lord Vishnu is Krishna's personal expansion. Therefore, he is the director of the mode of goodness and is always transcendently situated beyond the jurisdiction of the modes of material nature. Lord Vishnu is the original personal expansion of Krishna, and Krishna is the original source of all the incarnations. As far as power is concerned, Lord Vishnu is so powerful as Lord Krishna because he possesses all the opulences. So, so difference between Lord Krishna and Vishnu is Vishnu deals with all these material arrangements. Although they both are in Vishnu Tattva, Vishnu also possesses all the opulences. So, and only Krishna has those four special characteristics that he displays in his pastimes. No other Vishnu Tattva does that. As Brahm Samhita says, Dipadachiv eva hi dashantaram abhiyupetya dipayate vivrita hetu samana dharma yastadrik eva hi cha Vishnu taya vibhati govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. When the flame of one candle is expanded to another candle and placed in a different position, it burns separately, and its illumination is as powerful as the original candles. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, expands himself in different forms as Vishnu, who is equally luminous, powerful, and opulent. Let me worship that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda. So this is quotation from Brahma Samhita. Brahma Shiva Agya Kari Bhakta Avatara Palanarthe Vishnu Krishnera Swarupakara. The conclusion is that Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are simply devotee incarnations who carry out orders. However, Lord Vishnu, the maintainer, is a personal feature of Lord Krishna. Srijami tanniyukto aham haro harati tadvasha vishwam purusha rupena paripati trishakti dhrik. Lord Brahma said, I am engaged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to create. Following his orders, Lord Shiva dissolves everything. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his form of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, maintains all the affairs of material nature. Thus, the supreme controller of the three modes of material nature is Lord Vishnu. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Brahma gave this information to Devarshi Narad when he was receiving instructions from Lord Brahma to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead Paramatma. After describing the universal form of the Lord, Lord Brahma explained that his position and Lord Shiva's position are controlled by Lord Vishnu. Manvantaravatara ebe shuna sanatana asankhya ganantara shunakara. O Sanatan, now just hear about the incarnations associated with the reign of each Manu, Manvantar avatars. They are unlimited and no one can count them. Just hear of their source. ब्रह्मार एक दिन है 14 मनवंतर 14 अवतारतः करे न ईश्वर. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 changes of the Manus, and during the reign of each of these 14 Manus, an incarnation is manifested by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So from this verse, it can be calculated that in 1 month, 30 days of Brahma's life, there are 30 times 14, so 420 Manvantar avatars. And that in 1 year of his life, there are 5,040 Manvantar incarnations. Thus, for 100 years of Brahma's life, there are a total of 504,000 Manvantar avatars. In addition, the Manus themselves are considered partial incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they are innumerable incarnations, actually, if we look at it, if we count it this way. 14 एक दिन मासी 420 ब्रह्मार वत्सरे 5 सहस्र 40. There are 14 Manvantar avatars in 1 day of Brahma, 420 in 1 month, and 5,040 in 1 year. शतेक वत्सर है जीवन ब्रह्मार 5 lakh 4 सहस्र Manvantar avatar. During the 100 years of Brahma's life, there are 5,400,000 Manvantar avatars. Ananta Brahmande aicha Karaha Ganan Mahavishnu Eka Shwase Brahmara Jivan. The number of Manvantar avatars for only one universe has been given. One can only imagine how many Manvantar avatars exist in the innumerable universes. And all these universes and Brahmas exist only during one exhalation of Mahavishnu. Amazing. Mahavishnur Nishvasera Nahika Parayanta Eka Manvantar Avatarera Dekha Lekhara. There is no limit to the exhalations of Mahavishnu. Just see how impossible it is to speak or write of only the Manvantar avatars. Swayambhuve Yagya Swarocishe Vibhu Naman Otame Satyasen Tamase Hari Avitha. In the Swayambhuva Manvantar, the avatar is named Yagya. In the Swarocisha Manvantar, he is named Vibhu. In the Autumn Manvantar, he is named Satyasen, and in Tamas Manvantar, he is named Hari. Revate Vaikuntha Chakshushe Ajita, Vevaswate Vaman, Savaranya Sarvabhauma, Daksha Savaranya Rishabhagana. In the Revat Manvantar, the avatar is named Vaikuntha, and in Chakshusha Manvantar, he is named Ajita. In the Vevaswat Manvantar, he is named Vaman. And in the Savaranya Manvantar, he is named Sarvabhauma. In Daksha Savaranya Manvantar, he is named Rishabh. So ours is Vevaswat Manvantar. So we are in this Vevaswat Manvantar's 28th Kali Yuga. So the avatar in this Vevaswat Manvantar is Vamandev. Not that Vamandev, the one who performed his pastime, Lila Avatar. No, it's Vaman. The name is Vaman. Brahma Savaranya Vikshvaksena Dharma Setu Dharma Savaranya Rudra Savaranya Sudhama Yogeshwara Deva Savaranya. In the Brahma Savaranya Manvantar, the avatar is named Vishwaksena, and in Dharma Savaranya, he is named Dharma Setu. In the Rudra Savaranya, he is named Sudhama, and in Deva Savaranya, he is named Yogeshwar. Indra Savaranya Brihad Bhanu Abhidana, E Choda Manvantare, Choda Avatar. Now, in the Indra Savaranya Manvantar, the avatar is named Brihad Bhanu. These are the names of the 14 avatars in 14 manvantras. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhashya gives a list of Manus and their fathers' names. Swayambhuva Manu, the son of Lord Brahma; Swarochisha, the son of Swarochis or Agni, the predominating deity of fire; Uttam, the son of King Priyavrat; Tamas, the brother of Uttam; Revat, the twin brother of Tamas; Chakshusha, the son of demigod Chakshush; Vivasvat, the son of Vivaswan, the sun god, whose name is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita; Savarni, a son born to the sun god and his wife Chaya; and ninth is Daksha Savarni, the son of demigod Varuna. 10th is Brahma Savarni, the son of Upashloka; and 11 through 14, Rudra Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Deva Savarni, and Indra Savarni, the sons of Rudra, Ruchi, Satyasa, and Bhuti, respectively. Yugavatar eve shun sanatan, Satya Treta Dwapar Kali Yugera Gana. O Sanatan, now hear from me about the Yuga avatars, the incarnations for the millenniums. First of all, there are 4 yugas: Satyayug, Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. Shukla Rakta Krishna Pita Krame Chari Varna. Chari Varna Dhari Krishna Karena Yugadhar. In the 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali, the Lord incarnates in 4 colors: white, red, black, and yellow, respectively. These are the colors of the incarnations in different millenniums. So in Dwapar is black in color. So that is Krishna himself. Krishna himself appears as Swayam Bhagwan, appears in one day of Brahma only once. So that is 7th Manus, means Vivasvat Manus, 28th Dwapar Yuga, towards the end of 28th Dwapar Yuga. So in other Dwapar Yugas, means 999 Dwapar Yugas in one day of Brahma. So some other black incarnation is appearing. But other white, red, and yellow also now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears only once in a day of Brahma, but in other Kali Yugas, that is called he has a different name, not Shri Krishna Chaitanya is I'm forgetting his name. I read it somewhere. So in other Kali Yugas, the incarnation, the Pita incarnation who appears, he also gives the chanting of the holy names. That's a Yug Dharma for Kali Yuga. But in other yugas, the chanting of holy names or Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I don't know, it's Hare Krishna Mahamantra or some other Mahamantra, it gives or it takes one to Vaikuntha Loka. Only in this Kali Yuga, because Mahaprabhu himself, who's Krishna himself, appeared, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra takes us to Krishna Loka, not only to Vaikuntha Loka, it takes us all the way to Krishna Loka. So how fortunate we are. And another thing I wanted to point out, in Dwapar Yuga, now this black, it says black avatar, right? him Shukla Rakta Krishna Pita, 4 colors. Now in Dwapar Yuga, in this Dwapar Yuga, when Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna appears, he appears towards the end of Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga is 8,64,000 years long. And he appears towards the end of the Yuga. But the incarnation has to appear towards the beginning of that Yuga to establish the Yuga. But Krishna himself appears towards the end of the Dwapar Yuga. He is still considered incarnation for that Dwapar Yuga. Means even before he appeared, because he was going to appear, the work of incarnation, that is to establish the Yuga Dharma, which is for Dwapar Yuga is opening of big temples and worship of the Lord elaborately. It just started from the beginning of Dwapar Yuga. Although Krishna appeared towards the end of Dwapar Yuga. That's how his powers work, his energies work. आसन वर्णास्त्रयो हि यस्य गृणातो अनुयुगं तनु शुक्लो रक्तस्तथा पीता इदानीं कृष्णतां गता. This child formerly had 3 colors according to the prescribed color for different millenniums. Formerly he was white, red and yellow, and now he has assumed a blackish color. So this was spoken by Garga Muni when performing the name-giving ceremony for Krishna at the house of Nanda Maharaj. The following 2 verses are also from Srimad Bhagavatam. Krite Shuklas Chaturabahur Jatilo Val Kalambaraha Krishna Jino Pavitakshan Vibrit Danda Kamandalu. In Satyuga, the Lord appeared in a body colored white, with 4 arms and matted hair. He wore tree bark and bore a black antelope skin. He wore a sacred thread and a garland of Rudraksha beads. He carried a rod and a water pot, and he was a brahmachari. See, this is Yuga avatars, right? So this is Satyuga. And Satyuga, the process is meditation. Process for self-realization is meditation. And meditation is usually, those yogis, they generally, they are worshippers of Lord Shiva. Although it's a process of self-realization. So he also is wearing garland of Rudraksha beads, not Tulsi beads. The Rudraksha is associated with Lord Shiva. But to honor Lord Shiva, even the Lord Supreme, he appears as a Yuga avatar, but he wears Rudraksha beads. So Tretayam Rakta Varnavaso Chaturbahush Trimekhala Hiranya Kesha Striyatma Shruvadi Upalakshana. In Treta Yuga, the Lord appeared in a body that had a reddish hue and 4 arms. There were 3 distinctive lines on his abdomen, and his hair was golden. His form manifested the Vedic knowledge, and he bore the symbols of sacrificial spoon, ladle, and so on. So why? Because Treta Yuga, the Yuga Dharma is to do yajna. Satya Yuga Dharma Dhyana Karai Shukla Murti Thari Kardama Ke Var Dila Yeho Kripa Kari. As a white incarnation, the Lord taught religion and meditation. He offered benedictions to Kardama Muni, and in this way he showed his causeless mercy. So Kardama Muni was one of the Prajapatis. He married Devahuti, the daughter of Manu, and their son was Kapildev. The Supreme Lord was very pleased with Kardama Muni's austerities. He appeared before Kardama Muni in a whitish body. This happened in Satyuga millennium, when people were accustomed to practicing meditation. कृष्ण ध्यान करे लोक ज्ञान अधिकारी, त्रेतार dharma yajna कराए रक्त वर्ण धरे. In Satyuga, the people were generally advanced in spiritual knowledge and could meditate upon Krishna very easily. The people's occupational duty in Treta Yuga was to perform great sacrifices. This was induced by the personality of Godhead in his reddish incarnation. Krishna padarachan hai dvaparera dharma. Krishna varne karai loke Krishna archan karma. In Dwapar Yuga, the people's occupational duty was to worship the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, Lord Krishna, appearing in a blackish body, personally induced people to worship him. Dwapare Bhagwan Shyama Pita Vasa Nijayudha Shri Vatsadhipe Rankascha Lakshanar Upalakshita. In Dwapar Yuga, the personality of Godhead appears in a blackish hue. He is dressed in yellow, he holds his own weapons, and he is decorated with the Kaustubh jewel and the mark of Srivatsa. That is how his symptoms are described. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. The Shyam color is not exactly blackish. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur compares it to the color of Atasi flower. It is not that Lord Krishna himself appears in a blackish color in all the Dwapar Yugas. In other Dwapar Yugas, previous to Lord Krishna's appearance, the Supreme Lord appeared in a greenish body by his own personal expansion. This is mentioned in the Vishnu Puran, Harivansha, and Mahabharata. Okay. So Shyam doesn't mean exactly blackish. So I have to check what is this Atasi flower. Namaste Vasudevaya, Namasankarshanaya cha, Pradyumnaya Anuruddhaya, Tubhyam Bhagavate Namah. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, expanded as Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. This is a prayer from Srimad Bhagavatam, spoken by Karbhajan Muni when he was questioned by Maharaj Nimi, the king of Videha, about the incarnations in specific yugas and their method of worship. Karbhajan Muni was one of the 9 Yogendras, and he met the king to inform him about future incarnations. Ei mantre dwapare kare Krishna rachan, Krishna nama sankirtan, Kali yogera thara. By this mantra, the people worship Lord Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. In Kali Yuga, the occupational duty of the people is to chant congregationally the holy name of Krishna. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kalera dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahan guna. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. It is that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Thus in Kali Yuga, one worships Lord Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. To propagate this movement, Lord Krishna personally appeared as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is described in the following verse. Pita varna dhari tabe kaila pravartan, prema bhakti dila loke laya bhaktagan. In the age of Kali, Lord Krishna assumes a golden color, right, and accompanied by his personal devotees, introduces Harinam Sankirtan, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. By this process, he delivers love for Krishna to the general populace. And see, Sanatan Goswami, he asked the question in this way. The Mahaprabhu had to describe all the Yuga avatars, so he had to tell him about Yuga avatar for Kali Yuga also, which he himself is. See, devotees also, sometimes they trick the Lord. Probably he wanted Mahaprabhu to admit that he is the Yuga avatar for Kali Yuga. So anyway, we'll read it further tomorrow. Stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
very much, Prabhuji, for the class. Very nice class.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
ठीक है, चलो, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.